Dear class, in this video screencast, I would like to show you how to use pivot tables to compute the Walmart likes count and address the questions related to Walmart's likes count in the Facebook data. So to do this, I'd like you to go to the Walmart data page in Excel. Open the Excel spreadsheet, and I'm in the Walmart WSJ story Facebook data. And I am selecting all this data. And we have up to 78 rows. So I selected all these 78 rows. And once you select these, go to this Insert tab at the top and click Pivot Table. All right. So once you click Pivot Table, you go to this dialog would pop up. Create Pivot Table. Select a table or range. Don't change any of these things. You are fine because you already selected all the data. Select this new worksheet and click OK. So you come to this pivot table. Page, and the first thing that you would like to do is rename this pivot table page to a meaningful name. So you could rename this by right clicking and or double clicking it and typing the new name, Walmart WMT, Walmart Solutions, right? So once you have this, the pivot table is shown on the screen in this area, but the intelligence of the pivot table is in these pivot table fields. So obviously we would like to get the year by which we want to count the likes count, by which we want to summarize the likes count. So once you select the years, it shows the row labels as 2012, 2013, 14, 15, and so on and so forth. I would like to give it a meaningful name called years. So once again go there, double click, and then you can change the name of this column to years. Now I will go back to this pivot table fields and I will select this likes count, and the likes count would appear under values in this area. I also would like to drag and drop this a couple of more times, and I'll tell you why. So I have 3 likes counts: sum of likes count, sum of likes count 2, sum of likes count 3. Obviously this is redundant. So the purpose of sum of likes count 2 is not to show the same information again, but I would like to show the change. So I double click this column to open another dialog box, and here I would like to show sum of likes count. I'll change the custom name to sum of likes count change, and then go to this second tab here where I'm pointing, show values as. So the show values as, in this I would like to get the change difference from previous. Once you select difference from previous years, that's what I'm going to select here and click OK. And as a result, you could see that the first column is showing the sum of likes count for 2012. The first row in B4 is showing sum of likes count for 2012. Sum of likes count for 2013 is shown in B5, and so on and so forth. But because we selected this, we selected show values as under calculation, we selected difference from the previous years. It is showing in C5. C5 is nothing but B5 minus B4, 2435 minus 525. It's showing the change between 2013 and 2012. Similarly, C6 is showing the change between 2014 and 2013. All right. So this column is showing the change, the number of likes count that changed between years. And the third column, I would like to show the percentage of change. So to show percentage of change, once again, I'll double click that, and I would change this to I'll change this to percent change, this custom name, and I'll go to the second tab, show values as, and percent of difference from previous years. So the same thing that we have done in column C2, but the only difference is that I would like this to show as a percent change. So for example, the change percent from 2012 to 2013 is 363%. The change percent from 2013 to 2014 is 73%, and so on and so forth. So once you have this, we have all this data, and if you want to summarize this or depict this as a graph, all you have to do is select all these, go to this insert tab at the top, and go to these charts and graphs areas. In fact, you can click on this recommended charts, and in the recommended charts, once you click on that, it would give you a few options. Maybe the best thing for you to depict this data is using a line graph. So if you select the line graph, it would depict this in this way, and now you can click OK, and the line graph is shown here, and you have this line graph, and you can change the line graph. The blue line is showing the sum of likes count, and the red line is showing the sum of likes count change, and the percent is not appearing really well because it is on the same scale. So because it's on the same scale, it's not the 363% is quite a small number relative to the scale of 0 to 20,000. That's why these are all almost showing as zeros. So you don't have to show that in this graph, but if you so choose, you could also depict that as a separate graph. So don't worry about this green line here, sum of likes percent change. but the other two are being depicted in this graph. I'm going to publish these solutions for you in the learning management system. So I hope you understand how to construct the pivot tables with respect to this example in the Wall Street Journal story data example. But pivot tables are much easier to construct once you understand the concept. They take just a few minutes and they save you a lot of time. And this is not just for this class, but in your profession as you progress, they can cut down your time significantly. If you use pivot tables, the data analysis becomes way easier compared to using formula and other means in Excel.